Alright guys, we're doing some Hillcrest trailer mods. This side is already done. And we're putting, I got these on Facebook Marketplace. And I just wanted some support jacks. But I happened to find Pro Series 5,000 pound jacks. Way overkill, so I'll have 10,000 pounds of support. Basically what the whole trailer's rated for, but I'll have it support in the back. And so we already welded up this one. And this is actually kind of a difficult weld, going in a circle, keeping a clean one, and I'm a beginner, so it'll hold, but certainly not professional work. We just kind of made sure the vertical kind of lined up with this. Essentially the top facing straight down appeared to be straight down, and that's about the angle we went for. We weren't too precise, but that seems to work. And then the nice thing is this just clears the outside of the stake pocket. And then to get this not to flop around, you just kind of wrap it around, and then this folds right up above it, kind of like that. And so like I said, I need 2 hands to do that, but you fold it, pull it around, and wrap it up, and then it stays tight, and that's what that looks like. So we're doing the other side. So when you get your thing here, before you weld it, see how there's one side? Do not weld it this side, because it will not work. And that's what I just had to do. I just accidentally welded it this way, had to undo it and grind it all off. And I had to go buy a new one for 10 bucks. We're gonna put it on this way this time. And it was a lot of work for such an easy, a lot of work to correct. We're gonna get this a magnet to set underneath here to lay it, and then hold, so that holds kind of like right about here. And then we got to tack, and then run our bead across the top and lay down and go underneath. Now it's a trailer, so I've got it up on a stand because this part's going down. It's already kind of low to the ground, and the extra height definitely helps go when you do the underside. All right, so we're gonna get the old DP200. So we're gonna have it set on 3/16. All right, 170 amp. Now, I don't know what thickness this is, and I think this is quarter, not sure. But when I did the other side, I found that the 3/16 setting was leaving me a better weld. So make sure on this side, we're gonna flip it around and do it this way this time. It's already got a little bit of a bevel right there. We might, probably gonna leave that. Set our thing here. Make sure it's level with the trailer. Here, we had it a little bit lower. Look down. There we go. Straight up and down. So here's my results. Still a beginner welder, but it's on there and it's clean. I'm just using this engine primer. And I'll spray it, and then I'll park the trailer, and I'll come back and spray it with the black tomorrow. And then I can stick the other jack on there, and I'll permanently have 2 of those. The reason I put these on here, because anything you load heavy, for example my tractor, it dropped this almost all the way to the ground. And on this particular trailer, the license plate goes right here and it hangs 3 inches below, and it would crush it on the ground. I was like, well, that's a bad design or spot for a plate, but I guess the only way to not get my thing crushed was to have those on there, and that's what we did. Alright, I just used this I got at Tractor Supply. High Performance Enamel Professional can. And just sprayed everything. And so once this dries, we'll be able to add that other one to it, and that'll be a nice upgrade for the back here to have these stabilizer jacks on there. So this is what it came with. We're gonna upgrade the hitch. I don't have nothing wrong with it in terms of does it work, but sometimes it's difficult to get on and off, and then this thing, you always have to have it back for it to open. And I've never liked this particular type of hitch. I've had a couple of these. Definitely heavy though, a heavy, nice built thing. But anyway, we're going to the EZ latch. Everybody's seen the Demco EZ latch, and made in Iowa. These are the kinds that you pick this up and then you set it down and it clips itself, right? And what I had to do is initially, when I stuck this here, it actually did not line up. So I took my saw and I made a perfectly flat cut. Maybe it took off 1/8 of an inch, and it should line up now. So let's bolt that on. Let's see. Yep, it should work now. Yep, we got some clearance. All right, the one I took off had some washers as shims, and we put those back in. It gives it a nice side-to-side secure fit. See, the part I did cut off a little bit more than I needed to cut off, but the way it came, just it was not enough. You could fit it through one, and then you couldn't fit it through anything else. So the cut was necessary, and this is strong enough, these 2 bolts, that feel pretty good. And we're gonna get these on. These are lock washers, and this is a 24 millimeter. These were. Let's just bolt that on. All right, that got bolted on. I snugged it, and that thing is solid. No play at all now. Now that there's some compression coming in from the sides, and with those washers in there, it is solid. And we have a very nice hitch that probably most trailers should be coming with these days. I'll have the link for this online. It's not too expensive on Amazon.